I need to do a talk show. I need to do a talk. Did y'all see my video today about did you see my video today? You didn't see my video? Oh man. The video was called I Love You versus Love You. And the whole conversation was about people saying I love you and how they just randomly say it and don't really mean the shit. And then I sort of talked about the whole I love you but I ain't in love with you bullshit. Niggas say that I love you but I ain't in love with you. Shut the fuck up with that shit.
That's possible.
No.
You can have love for someone and not be in love with them.
You can be fond of someone. But when you love somebody, love is a motherfucker. Like, love is love. Like, once you love somebody, it's a whole different level of it. Like, see, that's what the difference. People be fond of people. People be having crushes and no, I'm telling you.
No,
yes.
I disagree with that because what if you have a past with that person? You can love them and not be in love with them.
No, you can have.
Say, for example, you are with or were with the mother or father of your kid.
Uh-huh.
You could have been in love with them at one point in time, but now you are not in love with them anymore, but that still doesn't mean that you don't love them.
Or, how about this for put this on the tap? Or you thought your ass was in love with them and that's why you're not with their ass right now because it was never really love.
I can somewhat agree with that, but
because and what I talked about on the video too, I said I talked about the difference on how men and women develop as youth. Like, and I talk about how, like, when when girls are young, y'all have little cliques and y'all talk. Y'all talk about boyfriends, like, girl, you dating him and blah blah blah. Y'all talk about sex. Y'all talk about the whole nine. Niggas don't do that. Niggas will talk about sex when you young just because you want to talk, let niggas know you hitting something. But, like, if she break your heart, you don't go to your guy and be like, she just fucked me up, G. Like, I'm hurt.
I mean, some men do
No, I'm talking about when you're young. I'm talking about growing up. When you in high school, when you had that first love and all that good shit. Like, you don't go, brothers don't have them conversations when they young. Brothers don't have them like when we in the like the whole thing about Donald Trump with this locker room talk. When we in the locker room, we ain't talking about our feelings being hurt and we broke. We on some, we talking about some bullshit in the locker room. So that whole development of being able to process pain at an early age, men don't know how to deal with it because, like I said in the video, most of them grow up and don't have no male figures to see how to love a woman and don't see that whole expression of commitment in the first place. So when you get into that relationship and it don't work out, and I said in the video too, that most men end up having they doggish ways because the woman that they really liked broke their fucking heart and they didn't know how to express it. They didn't know how to deal with it. They didn't know how to, like, especially when you're in high school, because when you're in high school, when you break up with a motherfucker, you see them the next fucking day. And don't let it be like one of them things like y'all broke up and she got a new nigga that's in the school already. You got to walk around seeing that and acting like it don't bother you. You know what I'm saying? So you end up growing up as a male underdeveloped. Like, you broke up because you don't understand how to deal with stuff. You don't know how to process stuff. You just suppress it. You know what I mean? Hold it down. Now, you might talk about it, but you talk about it to her. And if she ain't feeling you, the only thing that's going to do is make you a little bit more angry, bitter. And so the next person that you deal with ends up dealing with the result of the bitterness and the hurt that you dealt with from the last person that you was fucking with. And it sort of develops a cycle. Because most men, even myself, I remember the first girl that I was like, I love her. And to this day, like, I have an uncomfortability even being around her because it's like, shorty, you did me fucked up when I was shorty, you know what I mean? Like, and that really fucked me up as a person. So when I deal with her, our conversation always usually go down some weird route because she always try to bring something up from the past. And then it triggers some shit in me. You know what I'm saying? That's from 20, 30 years ago. It triggers that, and I'd be like, you motherfucker. If you wasn't running around here fucking around and cheating, you know what I'm saying, in the first place, I was cool before I even had that conversation. But then that one little small conversation can trigger something because guess what? It's still some shit that was deep down depressed, pressed down, that I never discussed with nobody. Or I didn't discuss with her properly because we couldn't at that time because she had moved on to another nigga. You feel what I'm saying? So you know how it is. When you move on, you really don't try to keep having that conversation. And men don't process that with it. We grow up fucked up. The black man is fucked up when it comes to relationships. We fucked up. Ain't no other way to say it. We fucked up. And the woman is just as fucked up. But for many different other reasons. And I don't want to get into that. I see we got a number of women online, so I don't want y'all cussing me out in the next 5 minutes. Because I'm telling y'all about y'all bullshit and y'all inability to let go of the past and to stop fucking the same nigga with a different face. I didn't just say that. I didn't say that.
I mean, well, that's the same thing with men. I mean, you can't just point out women and say...
Oh, a lot of people fuck the same type of person with the same face.
Y'all run around here trying to find women that act like your mama or replace us to be
No, I don't want nobody that's like my mama. Let's get that right straight from the get-go. I have never looked for nobody that was like my mama. My mama was the type, anybody that knew Elaine Rayburn know she was the type that she was like, she was a tough woman. I want the exact opposite of my mother. I want a sweet, sensitive, nurturing type of woman. I like.
Since you want to be Steve Harvey,
let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. This is the Russell Ray Show. This is the Russell Ray Show. Welcome to the revolution, everybody. The revolution will be fucking televised. What's up?
I don't want to part it.
Okay. What's up? No, you got a question.
I don't want.
You don't want no positives? You can get some positives. Go ahead, drop it. Let's go. I think this is a good discussion. This is a great discussion. This is probably helping somebody out there. Even the 4 people that's just watching, because they still watching this shit. So obviously we got their attention about what the fuck we talking about. Because I know live, when I go on live and I click on somebody's shit, and if they ain't talking about nothing, I just immediately leave that shit. So we obviously talking about something that has some type of merit. Do y'all agree? Can I get one person to type back? I see right one. Okay, 1 million word essay. Okay, well, Jesus. Jesus, so 1 million word essay? Damn, Shannon. She the one in school. I don't do all that shit. I'm a musician. If I ain't playing it, I ain't saying it. Let's keep it 100. But what is the question? What's the question?
There is no question. There's no question. I mean, this is a very controversial topic. I mean, you can talk about this all day long, and we can feel... we're going to have different views, basically. But
let me see who I can add to the conversation. Let me see if I can find them. Go ahead.
Is that, relationships take time. And if people would take the time to get to know one another instead of trying to jump the gun at the beginning of the relationship, then a lot more black relationships would be successful. Instead of us trying to keep up with what, or not keep up, or should I say, instead of us trying to figure out why black men date white women and why they date outside their races or whatever the case is, if you focus on trying to be a better you and just focus on a lot more positive aspects of having a successful relationship, because there are a lot of black people that have successful relationships and have been married for years and years and are genuinely happy.
Okay.
But when you're dealing with, and I don't want to just say the new generation, but this new generation it mainly consists of the new generation. But when you are dealing with people who are focusing so much on the physical aspects of the relationship, what she look like, do she got a fat ass, do she do this, do he do that, and you want a man with all of this success and money, but you don't want him to be gone all day long. I mean, there's no way you can have a successful man that brings in the massive amount of money to a household that you're looking for, and he's not going to be busy. Yeah, so a lot of people don't understand that what you're looking for is 9 times out of 10 unrealistic. I mean,
I agree with that. I agree with that, because
know what you're looking for. First of all, you have to know who yourself is before you can even try and bring someone else into your bullshit. Okay. Because everybody has their bullshit.
This is true.
But I mean, I just think that if people took the time to get to know one another, a lot more relationships would be successful. We wouldn't have as many single family homes and single parents and all of that, because people are not focusing on the person that they are dealing with, and I would say just sexually, and you end up having a child by this person, but you didn't even know this person's middle name. I mean, it's just a bumpy road. I mean, okay. I don't know.
Okay, let me ask you this question. What do you feel about scenarios when you date somebody and you find yourself breaking up over things that you probably consider just like minute, just like, okay, you're breaking up because, let's use a prime example. Let's say, for instance, you want to go to the show. I'm just gonna pull a rabbit out the hat. I'm gonna try to make up a scenario. You want to go to the show, and I don't feel like going to the show today, and I may just not be in the zone that day. Like, I might be normally a chipper, happy guy, but we all go through our points where it's just like, I don't feel like dealing with nobody. I'm just sort of, I ain't having a good day type shit. So when you're not having a good day and one person is wanting to, kick it, have a good time, and you sort of like, yo, I'm not feeling it today, and you break up over something simple like that. But the words have been expressed, I love you. So does a person have a right to say, no, you did not love me? Because if you loved me, you would not be breaking up with me because you just disagreed with how I was feeling, or we just wasn't seeing eye to eye today. Not talking about not seeing eye to eye every day. Not no situation where we fighting and fussing. Just some simple shit where a basic conversation can turn things to the wildest shit. Have you ever been in a situation like the simplest shit turns into something major?
Yeah. Yes, I have. One of two things. First of all, a lot of people don't really understand what love consists of. That's first and foremost. A lot of people say,
stop there. What does love consist of?
I don't know, because I'm one of the people that don't know. I mean, I thought that I was in love with, at one point in time, but it wasn't love. I mean, a lot of people say that. I mean, a lot of people say I love you because I guess it's like a reflex. They don't know what love actually is. They've never experienced love before, so it just rolling off of their tongue. I mean, they could just really say I love you, but they just really feel strongly.
Or they say I love you because one person is in love with the other person, and the other person tells them I love you, and they feel like they have to say it back. Because I've been in situations before I've told people, hey, I love you, and they be looking at me like, I'm like, no, I didn't tell you I love you for you to say it back. I said I love you because I was expressing to you how I feel about you. Not telling you I love you because I want to get into I love you competition.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? I love you more than that. Like me and my sister Glam. I don't know if Glam out there. Let me see if I can tag her in this right now. But we have a phrase, like ever since my father passed, she'll say, well, I'll say I love you. She'll say, I love you more. So my phrase is, I love you more than that. So she can say, I love you infinity times, million times infinity, and my heart always will bleed for you. And my reply is always, I love you more than that. Like, you can never beat my answer, because whatever the fuck you say to me, I'm going to say, well, I love you more than that. So I think a lot of times people just go off the I love you, and then it's just like I love you just to say the shit back. Or you don't want this person to feel a certain way because you didn't say the shit back.
That could be true. That could be definitely true.
Because I really think you need to, like after we finish this video, I'm going to let you watch the original video that I posted. Because, like I really talked about the shit. Because, like some days I just be randomly thinking about stuff. Because, we're getting ready to do the talk show. Actually, I'm having a conference called tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. With Brown having Lady... Oh my God, I don't want to mess her name up. Lady Jazz. And Anthony. I think it might be a couple other people on the call. But y'all know that I've been approached with doing co-hosting a show called Fire and Ice. And that's why some of y'all see me posting some of these videos lately, because I want to get y'all used to this idea of being able to bounce ideas off each other and talk. And I want y'all to call in and actually, participate in the show when we do the internet show. So, my whole thing was just really, what you say down here, Shannon? Shannon said that's dumb. Real love is pure and natural. I do. Yeah, it is. Real love is pure and natural. Like, and that's what I said in the video too. I'm like, when you really in love with somebody, like, you can be upset with that person, but that does not change how you feel about it. Like, and that's the difference. And people don't do that nowadays. You in love, like people they say they in love, but they in love with you for whatever the season is, whatever the emotion is, whatever you've done for them. Oh, Doretha Curtis has tagged in. Lord have mercy. And I'm up here talking all. Doretha, you can feel free to jump in on this conversation. Our conversation is about the words, I love you. I dropped a video earlier today called I Love You versus Loving You. So, break down the conversation, jump in any way you want to. We just talking about how people just really don't, the whole concept of love is spoken of, but it's not real. It's just really not, it's not there no more. I think most people are in competition, and it's all about who gonna win the fight. It's really about who gonna win. Like, that's what we live in now. Who gonna win? Who gonna win and who gonna lose? She taking shots of the, oh, she going hard. Y'all see that? I've never seen that one. Y'all saw it.
I just wanted the lime taste.
I ain't mad at you. I just didn't. I just never synced it. I just looked at the camera. I was like, I never synced that, but that's alright. That's alright. You might. I want you to call in to the show when we do the show, because I think that because even though we agreeing, we not agreeing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's cool. And I think that's what a lot of people cannot do. You cannot have a conversation with most people on a situation that you disagree with without getting pissed off and getting in your feelings. Like, and it's so prime. And if the state of our world is anything, just look at the presidential debate. The debates was a damn mockery of anything that we've ever seen on television and any prior debate ever running for the presidency. And if y'all watched the roast, that was the next day after the debate where they had the dinner and they were supposed to roast each other, you could tell like we are in a I just gotta win state of mode. It's like we have been programmed not to disagree, but to win. Like, if I don't agree with you, I don't like you. Think about social media. It could be a simple post that you post. And it could be people that don't even really fucking know you, that will really try to go in on you. They'll try to judge you by something that you post, something that you said, and they don't know you. You know what I mean? Like, the people that I know on my personal page, them are the ones I listen to. People that I really don't know that try to give their opinion about me, that don't know nothing outside of what they see me post. I don't care about what they think. The people that's a little close to me, I can deal with that. People that's not, I can't. You done with your line? You hit that line. That was gangster. That's gangster. One day I'm gonna grow up and be a lime simple like that too. You gotta be strong in the game to go like that. Let me see who I want to send some shouts out to. Well, first I want to send shouts out to everybody that's out here watching us. Give us our little personal bullshit, late drinking bullshit conversation. Y'all make sure y'all check us out when the radio station. I will be dropping all that stuff online. And I think that's really about it. If y'all got any comments, anything y'all want us to sit up and talk about and shoot the shit about, because we probably gonna drink for another few minutes. And we'll be back at y'all. If you don't like it,